Oops, I got a guy hanging out in front of me here. Excuse me, dude. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Thank you. Go away. What a jerk. Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. It's basically a day or so after the last one. I mean, in-game day or so after the last one. Ooh, I got a POI there. Priority. Okay. Where we spotted the, I don't know if you can see it, it's probably out. Yeah, there's a water tower behind us here. I come up on that and it was just basically over the hill, and I could see the giant wrench down in the distance here. Excuse me. I'm saying hello to everybody. Go away. So yeah, I kind of worked my way out here. This car isn't exactly a high-speed, high-performance racer, so it takes a bit of doing. And I can't really travel at night because it's too darn dark to see where I'm going. So I just kind of poke along, and then I'll stop someplace, and then I'll move on a little bit further. As you can see, it's already mid-afternoon, and I've just got here. But you don't exactly run at high speed when you're moving on this game either way, because of the amount of stuff that jumps out and gets in your face. You think you're trucking along, and you just walked a little ways. I could probably run back to that water tower. I think it's that archway there. I could probably run back to that and here in less time than it would take to drive. But I did find a little bit of glass. I found another chest that had another scrap wheel in it, so I guess those are just a random drop thing. And I cleaned up all the stuff I had at that warehouse there, so that's all picked up. That's where I got that other head. Here we go. So I'm going to try to move the car in just a tiny bit further. I love the noise it makes when it starts. There we go. That'll do it. And in here we have to find another master battery, which is in the middle compartment. There is a good wheel here. And I'm sorry that this game is so choppy. I don't know what's going on, but it was running absolutely beautiful yesterday during my test. But now when I try to turn, it just gets this choppy chop stuff going. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. And I don't know how to fix it. We're going to just gnaw back a couple of beats here. Ding dong, cow calling. Hi. You need to chill out. Ow. What's the deal about hitting me back? Jerk. Alright, and there's the super battery we need. Now, as far as I know, there isn't really anything else in these rooms that you can salvage, take, strip down, like none of these lights, none of these sections. So there's a lot of non-destructible terrain as well as destructible terrain. And these rooms here, these other two, I believe, are both just empty. Yeah, okay. And if you were like me and you were watching some of the multiple YouTubers, you saw the John Bain put down a garden down here, and then 2 days afterwards the devs realized it's like, excuse me, you shouldn't be gardening here. And they carved out this hollow. So I'm going to forever call this the John Bain Hollow. Yes, we know that the devs do watch some of these YouTubers who play this game. Alright, power's back on. And now we can craft ourselves a craft bot. I love the sounds that this thing makes when it makes something. I just been wanting to see if there's like animations, but I'd actually need somebody to get up on the roof to see it. Okay, we're gonna pick this guy up and we're gonna just take him out here. Actually, I should probably just stick him beside that other craft bot. There's a scrap craft mod in here which will do some basic crafting. And then this guy can go right there. See, this guy can make things like cardboard. He can only do one craft at a time, but he can make things like the cardboard or bearings or crap like that. So if I'm trying to do something larger, I can use this guy because he can only do two, but I can upgrade him once I get more upgrade dealies. But I've got a whack of this scrap metal, so I'm going to start ordering that to be crafted. And while that's crafting, I'm going to kind of just hang out here. So it's almost dark time again. And I don't feel like fighting stuff at night. Thought I saw a sparkly over here. I hear ya. I don't see you, but I hear you. There he is. Hi. Would you like a sledgehammer to the face? If you would. Oh, so nice. How about you? You too? And oh, dead. Circuit board and a component piece. Very nice. Oh, and a walk steak. You killed a cow. There shall be 1,000 bots shall die to avenge the death of that cow. Alright, we're just going to shave some metal and do some refining. And pick it up in a bit. And we're going to see what we can get into traveling up and down this road. I do want to do some upgrades to the old trash mobile here. So don't go away, kids. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. I have done some minor modifications to the cow car here, the cow scrap car, the scrap cow car, cow scrap car. Sweetie, you're just pushing it around. You're not gonna get it. You gotta. Okay. As you can see, it is now on a turntable. One cow-powered car. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I built a second wheel. I ground that POI just over there and a few other resources. I built a second wheel, and then I doubled up the scrap wheels in the back. One is offset from the other by 90 degrees or by 180 degrees or whatever it is. Basically, they're reversed so that these big finger quotes here, tires, are actually a little bit more smooth. I found another tote bot head over there, so I shoved that on there. I haven't hooked them up to anything, so they still won't make any noise. Yes, I know you're the epitome of perfection and all, but sorry to say it, but you're starting to get on my nerve. There. Thank you. And I'll take that. Okay. So we're just going to make sure we have some go juice in the tank here. 2, I don't think is going to do it. Oh, I need to make some gas. That in inventory. Oh, and I picked up some batteries while poking around in that POI there. So, yeah, that's where I got those from. Okay, there we go. I want to continue cruising down this road a little bit. And I made a scrapper bot, whatever you call them, a resource scrapper, so I can process some of the trees and wood and robot arms and other fun stuff that I collect right now. I will be getting some more material, and I'll be building the resource collectors and put those on the side. How do I point without using my fingers? Put them on those 2 side panels that you see there. That's kind of in the center line where I'm carrying my load. And then I do want to start working on towards getting back to that place that I was thinking of building an actual base at on that farm. I got a chemical factory right here. Oh my goodness, I got like resources all within spitting distance of each other. This is another... Okay, this is just another hay shed. I'm not going to knock out that POI. They're pretty basic. They're just a couple of loot crates and a handful of hay bots. They're not even worth really any substantial amount of effort. What I'm looking for is a couple of the roadside attractions, the little roadside turnoffs. Now there was I saw a road that just went off on the side here. Oh, maybe not. But yeah, that chemical factory, there's a big pool of pink goo on the side there that I can go and collect. Eventually, this has been confirmed, eventually there will be the ability to use a vacuum pump to actually pick up the pink goo chemical. I don't have to bucket it all up by hand, so there's that. Here's what I've been looking for. Roadside attractions. these things have ow. These things have resources in them. Is that almost looks like a packing station over there. That's good. Yeah, so you don't have to really go far for stuff. I'm really interested in picking up is actually a handful of these signs. I'll probably come back and strip them down for parts and pieces and components and all that jazz as well. But I want the signs because they make fairly good light and I can use them on the roads. I also want these little lights. And I'll take those potato seeds. I'm not going to get too crazy on harvesting, collecting all the seeds because there's nothing in these things that's really amazing. Like the soil will be, I need that for when I start building and planting. And the resources like the shack itself. And I'll basically just kind of cruise around once I get a little bit more upgrades to my vehicle, and I'll just cruise around and pick up a whole pile of these things. But I want some of these signs. I don't know if I can stack them or not, but we'll find out. No, they can only go... They only kind of go one way. Because I can use these to work as kind of indicators where I'm heading, where I'm going, that sort of thing. And they do show very, very nicely when you're driving. Oh, come on. No, you do not want to go there. Would you go there? There you go. Take that out of inventory, that out of inventory, this. Now these little lights, that's another thing I want to pick up a bunch of. For now I'm just going to stick them on here. They're not really all that too bright, but they are good enough to do the job I need them to do. I need them to basically help light things up a little bit so I can see where I'm going. I'll set them, I'll crank them up to max. There's usually a couple of them in each of these roadside attractions. Oh, that's potatoes. Now I'll take the potato seeds. You can very easily end up with stacks and stacks and stacks of seeds. To the point where basically you're never going to use them all. They're just garbage. So, something to be aware of. Is this a light here too? Nope, that's just a roof panel. Okay. I'll steal this guy's lights. Now it doesn't matter what color these are when you pick them up. When you place them back down, they always turn red. That's okay. The good thing about them is they don't require power to work, so you don't have to hook them up to anything, have any power whatsoever. Okay, yeah, part of the reason I'm picking this stuff up, these signs, is I want to see, when I start making a road towards my base, I want to be able to lay it out so that I can actually find it at night, which means I actually want to have some sort of light. And I'll probably do is I'll just suspend these up off the ground with something. Okay, so that that's a packing station. What the heck is this over here? Besides a hay bot. Oh, a hay bot and a tote bot. Hey, ladies. Oh, you hit me, you split into two? What the heck? Wow, okay, that's... There you go. I'm like a good little puppy. There you go. I'm just going to stick this on here for now. Maybe the mechanic doesn't want you to find her. I mean, let's see. Did you ever think about that? So, this is just another... This is another straight up POI. Alright, knock this guy out. There you go. Smack to the face. Have a nice day. Now, with these things on, you can't pick the car up on your lift, as far as I know, so you have to be careful when stocking those things onto your vehicle. Component kits, very nice. Component kits are needed for so many builds as well as so much upgrades. Okay, that is definitely a packing station, and that over there is definitely a large field, but there's another mechanic station over there. I don't think it's the same one I just left. I mean, it could very well be. I could just be only moved down the road just that far, or I'm turning back on myself, I guess. It could very well be. That's what it looks like. If you follow the road, you end up looping back on yourself very easily. I'm sure that happens to a lot of folks. Drive, please. There we go. Can we move? As you can see, the scrap engines don't exactly exude in excessive horsepower. And nighttime, this road gets so blasted dark, even with lighting. It's very hard to see where you are, where you're going. I'm going to take it down to that packing station here. So basically now, from where I said that I wanted to build a functional base, where I wanted to set up my farming base, I found the chemical plant, this packing station, and the mechanic shop, all within less than a day's travel. Well, approximately a day's travel with the scrapmobile here. If I had an actual decent car and I wasn't stopping for all the distractions, I could probably do that trip in under a day there and back. Now this is the produce one. This one just does produce. There's not anything really of benefit around here. And if if it was daytime, I could probably see the mountainside from here where the trader guy is. He's usually fairly close to this, unless that's the mountainside right there directly in front of me, which wouldn't surprise me one bit. Only one way to find out. We're going to go head up there. Maybe this isn't the Trader Hill. Can't really tell because I can't see. Okay, it's now daylight-ish again. I can sort of see where I am, where I'm going. Picked up a pile of tree here. Slap that on the sides. The only problem with this night times is literally you're basically might as well just stop and wait 20 minutes because there's not much you can do. But here's the entrance to the traders, which I figured it was just up here. I just missed the thing because of that big tree in the way. Oh man, I run out of gas. Fuel? We don't need no stinking fuel. There we go. Now he has these free seeds here, which are usually junk. But he has spud guns and the shotgun and spud Gatling. I don't think the only place I really could see using the spud Gatling, because of how inaccurate it has been shown to be, I haven't actually used it myself, but apparently it's incredibly inaccurate and it goes through a lot of ammo, is in the warehouses where you have to fight a lot of bad guys. Maybe also a good spot for the shotgun, I'm not sure. But otherwise, I'm just going to straight up with the spud gun. It's very accurate, has a fairly good rate of fire, and it's single shot, so you're not wasting tons of ammunition on things you don't have to. I'm not shooting something 6 times when I only need to shoot it twice. He does offer bananas, oranges, and blueberries, which are needed for the higher tier items, like as you see this, I can't even see what that is. I think that's pineapple. This is orange and blueberries and broccoli. And apparently his thing will cycle periodically. Also, he offers the mountable spud gun, which is something you could put on like a vehicle or on a base with an ammo container and kill your bad guys. I wouldn't bother buying drills and saws from him unless you were just so money rich you didn't have to worry about it, because the resources are easy to come by and you can craft them at the craft pot. So that makes that kind of pointless to do. So now we know where Mr. Fresh Potatoes is here. We can come back here later with some stuff to sell him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the mechanic shop, unload this pile of debris that I've picked up, and what I want to do is try and find my way back to where that island was that I was looking at originally, and then I'm going to start leaving a bit of a trail of breadcrumbs from there back to the mechanic shop. Probably do most of that on foot. And then next episode we will look at what we have to do to get started on some base building. I'm going to do a little bit of resource collection between now and then. Most of that's just going to be basically me going out and grabbing stuff from various POIs and that sort of thing. I'm just going to nail back these Sunshake. Sunshake gives you a little bit of both food and water, which is why I like them. But I prefer not to use them. But I am low on the food items. So anyhow, so that's going to do it for today, kids. I hope you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic. And we'll see you on the next episode. Good night for now.